Hello everybody, this is DrAZNstarcraft here. Now, you are not mistaken, this is a 2v2, not a 1v1. Okay, this is the first 2v2 on this channel, and this is also I am in the game. Now, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call this segment yet, but the point is that, I've been showing a lot on this channel about how to improve as a player, and how to get to that higher level, like platinum and up level of play. And, I wanted you guys to see, not so much like a pro player like Hydra or any of the Team Liquid guys, or those sort of players. What does platinum look like? What does diamond look like? What does that good upper level player that's not a pro? What does that look like? Okay, so we're gonna probably something to the effect of like essentials or quintessentials, what you should be doing. Okay, so that's what we're taking a look at here. I am the purple Zerg on the right side. My partner is going to be Nitric Acid, my friend Nitric Acid, once again. He's the teal Zerg on the right side. And the map is Delta 4. Okay, it's Pato. Our opponents are Pato, the blue Terran, and Red Herring, the red Protoss. Okay, now let's start this game up. Now we saw that they were Protoss and Terrans, so our main thing was to get Corruptors out for the Protoss Colossus, and to get Banglings or Infestors to deal with this Terran Marine Marauder Ball that we probably will be seeing. Okay, so we're getting a very early scout from the Terran player here. Actually, a very early scout. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we just sniped that thing going on. Okay, so they're making a wall in here with their gateway and their barracks. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to scout in. Okay, now this map Delta Quadrant, they have a very easy to grab natural, and a very second natural's pretty far away. And you have a gold. They have 2 golds in the center, and you have 2 Xel'Naga watchtowers that completely watch the center. And you also have expansion on the side. Okay, now the thing about when you're playing 2v2 that's a little different from 1v1 is you gotta constantly be scouting, constantly, and that's something that's true for 1v1 as well, but something more important in 2v2. You both have to be on the same page. You have to communicate with your partner. You're not gonna see a lot of typing because we were actually on Skype, I think, at this point, or we were mic'd up, so you're not gonna be actually seeing what we're saying, but we're constantly in communications. Okay, so let's see here. The Protoss player has his warp gates on the way. We both have Zergling speed on the way. Our opponent has his barracks starting to run, so it looks like he's gonna be making his. It's gonna look like he's gonna be going for his 3 racks build, and looks like a 4 gate here. Okay, so obviously that's a main build. The 4 gate and the 3 racks are 2 really common builds. So we start getting a lot of queens, a lot of Zerglings, and a lot of spine crawlers. Okay, we have about 4 queens on the field right now just for creep spread. And like I said before, creep spread is extremely important. My teammate here, Nitric, is already taking his expansion. So we have a robotics bay coming out. He does have that observer out on the way. More gateways. Now see, again, the 5 gateways. The 5 gateways, again, it's, and a double robotics bay. Okay. So he's double robotics facilities and, what was it, 4 warp gates on 1 base. Okay, that's not really a good thing. So I pinged here to say that I was expanding here, so we had to spread the creep over. Okay, our spine crawlers are now going up as we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spine crawlers. We have 8 spine crawlers on the field guarding our main base with queens. There's no one's getting in here. I'm telling you right now, no one's getting in here. Okay, so now we're starting to spread this creep. Our creep is already pretty far out here. He has his observer just chilling out here. I don't know why. We have both watchtowers, so we actually have full map control here. He is getting, the Protoss player is getting his expansion up. My teammate here is checking in on those expansion timings. So we are ahead at this point in the game. We already have a good amount of units out, good amount of upgrades coming in. I have my Banglings nest coming out. We have Hive Tech. They do have a lot of production facilities though. Our Protoss player is starting to get his warp gates out, and oh, Nitric Acid just snuck these Zerglings in. So okay, as he did sneak those Zerglings in and did run them by, as it might seem like he didn't see much, but he did see this robotics facility, so he does know that there is no kind of void ray. I'm pinging here to tell him to check out these these expansions as well, and we did see this big Marine Marauder ball, so our intuition was correct. We do know what they're going at this point. So I would say that we're way ahead in this game as he takes another expansion. And when players don't put pressure on a Zerg player, it just lets them expand and expand and expand. And when a Zerg player expands, a lot of people just think that as a lot of people just think that Zerg is just for rushing and for early pressure and really good in the early game. But the deeper you get into it, if you let a Zerg player just sort of macro up like we are now, it's extremely deadly because we can produce an army faster than anyone else. And that's why I love Zerg, because it's so deadly in the late game. It's such a macro heavy race. So we do now have infestors out on the field. We both have spires out, so we are getting that corruptors out. I'm getting flyer attack level 1. I also have some armor upgrades coming in for my Zerglings and my attack upgrades. So our creep spread is almost halfway through the map. We're getting there. We're spreading our creep pretty far here, and it's very exciting. We love to spread that creep. Okay, so let's check on our opponents here. They do have 2 Colossus out. More Colossus on the way. They do have this huge Marine Marauder ball. We have a Thor coming out now, so it looks like he's going to go Thor Marine Marauder. And we only have Zerglings, Corruptors, and Infestors. The only ground attacking unit we have, notice, is Zerglings. And you're going to see in the battle now how effective Zerglings can be with Infestors. Okay? A lot of people just think that Zerglings are kind of like cannon fodder. You just throw them in. No, they are deadly with Infestors, and you're going to see why here later in the battle. Okay? So, let's see what's going on. Our Terran player still hasn't expanded. He is making his command center in his base, and he's probably going to float it over somewhere. But again, we do have these center watchtowers, so we are going to be able to see his movement wherever he goes. So we are going to be able to lock that down. Our Protoss player doesn't have his base saturated, and we are going to try to run in here and just to put some pressure on. It didn't really do too much, but I mean, it just backs them up a little bit to make them seem like we're going to push. Okay. We do have a lot of Corruptors on the way. This is a lot of Corruptors for this stage in the game. So we're going to just keep watching this, keep seeing what's going on. I'm on 2 base. Our teammate is on 3 base. I'm going to be expanding soon, I think. I'm pretty sure I am. So let's get going here. We are getting cloaks, so we are going to see cloaked banshees when these starports come out. Where's the other starport? Where are you, starport? Well, there's one building, but there's another one. Oh no, we have ghosts on the field. Actually, we have a ghost academy coming out, so we do have some ghosts out here. Maybe for a nuke. I don't know what why would he be getting ghosts here? I have no idea. It doesn't really matter when the battle comes down, though. It really doesn't. Maybe just for bio damage, because ghosts do a lot of bio damage. And here we go. This battle is going down. We do see this army coming in because of these center watchtowers. So we are trying to move back our queens, move back our units. We are positioning ourselves in here. I'm starting to morph in banglings, and the thing about having this center watchtowers that helps us so much is that we do have time to prepare for this. Okay, now we're going to watch this battle go down, as this is a huge force to try to defeat here, and these Colossus are going to do the heavy damage. So we're going to try to run in here and fungal growth on those Marines. Look at how much damage those Marines take from that fungal growth, and these Corruptors now running in here, sniping the Colossi so easily, just sniping these Colossi. This is a lot of Corruptors, and now just backing away, just moving out of the way, and that's pretty cleaned up. Considering we just did that with Lings, Infestors, and Corruptors, that's pretty damn good. Okay, so another fungal growth there. Look how much damage that fungal growth does to that Marauder ball. And now we have more Zerglings coming out on the way. These Infestors trying to back up here, trying to save their lives. More fungal growth, just destroying all these Marauders with these Lings. A Nurdle Parasite on this Thor. And that's how we clean that up. That's how easy it is, folks. Ling, Infestor, don't ever forget it. I did expand here while that battle is going on. We are just cleaning up these stalkers now, and now they are in the back hill. We are now definitely ahead in this game. My opponent here locking down this expansion so he can't expand. He's going to have to take this center expansion or somewhere else on the map. But remember, I do have all these corruptors on the field as well as Zerglings. So unless he gets his army out to defend that, it's going to be very hard for him to get started at all in mining this expansion. He is now mined out. And these Marines are coming out. He's just purely going Marine now. There's nothing else he can do. He's getting one Thor. They're desperately trying to push out Colossi, getting 3 robotics facilities now. And now we see this base moving in. We're just waiting for it to land. And as I start to move my corruptors in, we're going to see how fast I take this command center out. And there come all my corruptors. And there they go. Okay. So now we have 3 bases. I still have some minerals here. I should be transferring, but now I have hive tech. I'm getting more attack, more armor, more upgrades. I was thinking of transitioning into since I had so many corruptors, I was going to transition, I should say, into broodlords. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be their final push. They have a handful of Marines, a Thor, a lot of Zealots, Stalkers, as well as the Colossi. And we have tons of Zerglings, tons of Corruptors, a lot of Infestors, and we should have no problem taking this out. So let's see how this battle goes down here. As we move our forces into possession. And see, we have sort of a surround setup. We could have gotten that better off. But there goes the Neuroparasite on the Corruptors, or on the Colossi as well. So that's not helping them out at all. We Neuroparasited everything. And there's the GG. As we expand again. And now we're just waiting for them to leave. And there we go. Now they have left. Now, what did we do right in that game? What did we do wrong in that game? I would call that the way that you want to play Zerg. Okay, very cost effective the way we did it with Infestors, weakening down those Marines and those heavier and taking neuroparasiting those heavier units, so we can just clean it up with the Zerglings, and having these Corruptors here just to deal with the Colossi, because the Colossi can be so devastating to a Zerg ground army, and we can just clean it up so easily with these Corruptors. Okay, these Infestors so cost effective. We used our minerals were always kept low throughout the entire game. The only thing that stopped us was that we were supply capped. Kept getting upgrades, kept moving on. These our opponents weren't expanding. We kept them contained. There was no way they could move out of there. So yeah, we also kept up on our creep spread. We have about half the map covered in creep. We had full map control with these Zerglings at the watchtowers. So yeah, I would say that that's the way that you want to play Zerg. You want to get queens out for that creep spread. You want to put up spine crawlers for the early defense. We now have Ultralisk on the field. Okay? That's the exact way that you want to transition, the way that you want to play. Okay? So again, I don't have a name for this yet, but it's just going to be a way for you guys to see how it should be played. How, once you've watched all my casts, and if my casts help you guys grow and it helps you be better as a player, that's great. And this is what the final product what you as the final product want to end up as. I'm not saying that all my games that I play are perfect. I play some pretty bad games. Now this game was I would say a high platinum to low diamond level game. And yeah, that's about it. Now if you guys have a replay that you think you played perfectly, send it to me. I might put it up. I might not. It's a matter of choice. Now, this segment isn't like Dr.Starcraft or what the hell is that. It's not going to be a weekly thing. It's only when I get a replay that's good enough to show what I'm saying, where it's the way you want to play, the pinnacle of what you want to play as when you get to this higher level of play. So again, just watch out for these. It's sort of like an overview of everything I'm saying, where it all comes together in a, yeah. So that's it for this cast, and thank you for the first episode of whatever I call this. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow with what the hell is that? Episode 2 and Dr.Starcraft episode 9. I checked this time. So okay, I'll see you guys later.